we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that has madness cooking on the grill on a 24-hour basis besides hamburgers and hot dogs, only known as Under the Radar. And, speaking of hot dogs, I do believe this week will be the first time we had a cheese dog in our lives. Not half bad. Really did enjoy it. But besides cheese dogs, folks, and the awesome flavor that comes from it, and no, Maestro wasn't a chili dog, I think it's time for us to go into a very special Memorial Day edition of the Four Squared Delight. And the first screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of TafferKing451 with their game, Gloomwood. And this game, with the screenshot that they provided for this week, which shows a dark alley with a fog coming from it, and also a haunting mansion in the distance with a full moon in the distance as well, automatically reminds us of a combination of not only an R.L. Stine book, but also Frankenstein. As a matter of fact, I Frankenstein, with a little hint of Van Helsing in there as well. The Hugh Jackman Van Helsing, just in case anybody's wondering which one of the 80 Van Helsings there were in theater form, that's the one I'm talking about. And here's hoping in the near future, whatever you decide to do to go toward that giant oversized creepy mansion, because I got a feeling there's something you have to kill inside of that mansion. Yeah, here's hoping you have a shotgun to protect yourself once you get up there, with silver bullets, just in case you gotta deal with werewolves. I'm just saying, Maestro, just saying. And besides haunting creatures that will lurk inside of a giant mansion in the middle of the night, the next game that we have up comes from the Twitter page of the Pumpkin Jack with their said game, Pumpkin Jack. And the screenshot that they provided for this week shows our pumpkin-headed friend here in another eerie graveyard taking on a whole bunch of skeleton-like soldiers trying to take him out, only for Pumpkin Jacks to take him out with a, I guess, blunderbuss? I'm not sure if it's a shotgun, but it looks more like a blunderbuss, taking over-the-shoulder shots, sideways shots, rolling out of the way and shooting more of these skeleton warriors, and even a giant oversized skeleton knight that tried to take him on, all before the screen would go gray and go right into the Pumpkin Jack-like logo. And in my opinion, this still reminds me of a combination of Kingdom Hearts with a little hint of A Nightmare Before Christmas. And even a little hint of Dungeon Siege 3 in there too. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that the bird on your shoulder, or sometimes rest on your head, can also help you out in battle to collect the ammunition that it would most likely drop from the enemies to help you try to take them out without running toward all the enemies to collect the ammo yourself. Yeah, make it more of a carrier type bird to help you out besides a chance to fight against the enemies too. Because from what I've seen, it can fight. So hopefully it can collect ammo to help you out in battles as well. And the next screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Wave Break Game with their game, Wave Break. And this game automatically reminds me of not only the Pro Surfer game that came with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, but it also reminds us of, well, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. With a little hint of Diddy Kong Racing in there as well, since these animals are actually on the skateboards doing cool tricks. And the only thing I hope for in the near future for this game is that they give you the opportunity to have an Easter egg character in there from Diddy Kong Racing along the lines of Bumper. And why Bumper? Because it would be pretty cool to see him on screen going, whoa, way, while he's doing all those cool tricks. And since I already know he can do a loop-de-loop, yeah, he'll fit right in with this. And the next screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Ducky Semensky with his said screenshot from the video game Maximum Action. And this game, which we mentioned last week, but mentioning once again because of the craziness that it brings to attack your Mondays, sees this awesome gun that actually shoots out words that you can type out that tries to take out your enemies, and succeeds. And this game automatically reminds me with the word gun they have now of, well, I guess Type for the Dead with a little hint of Mavis Beacon in there as well. Yeah, the best comparison I can give to this game. Or this gun, at least, with this game. And here's hoping in the near future, besides a pistol version of this weapon, they also have a shotgun version of this weapon that can immediately shoot all the words out in a spread-like formation to take out enemies, including using the word Mississippi or spatula or even onomatopoeia to take out one big enemy at once. And Maestro said, why stop there? You might as well go for a word rocket launcher so all the words can explode in a different variety of places to take people out. But wouldn't that be a word grenade? And if such thing does exist in this game, wouldn't it be called the paragraph grenade? Because I got a feeling that's what's packed in that grenade, a whole paragraph. It sounds pretty cool thinking about it too. Yeah, add that in too if you could, guys. And besides using your words as a weapon in a game, folks, the last but not least screenshot that we have up for this week comes from none other than Captain C with their said screenshot from the video game Shady Night. And I'm pretty sure this is a record here for the Foursquare Delight because this game was mentioned for just about 4 weeks in a row. I'm pretty sure of it. But besides the record that this game set, folks, the screenshot that was featured for this week shows our hero actually taking out his sword, hitting a barrel, knocking an enemy off the cliff, all before doing a slide and what I hope doing a tiger knee to knock an enemy off the stage, but Maestro said it was a falcon kick instead, and then would jump off the cliff along with the enemy for the clip the loop once again. And with that, it automatically reminds me of, well, still reminds me a lot of Super Hot with a little hint of Hardcore Henry in there as well, if it took place in the medieval ages. Still reminds me of that. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, and really hoping they do have it, is a grappling hook. The only thing I can ask for this game thus far, because each week for the screenshots we've seen, it's gotten so crazy we don't know what in the world is going to be added next, so yeah, just a grappling hook. Because for all we know, there might be one lurking around the corner next week, and it might be Scorpion's version of a grappling hook, and you say, get over here, before drop kicking an enemy off the stage. And I'm betting $5 that's the case for next week. But before next week's list of screenshots, folks, if you want to check out this week's bunch of screenshots and whatnots from the Twitterverse from this past weekend, you can head on over to the Twitter pages of not only Oliver Snyder's, Octo Curio, Indie Rhymes, Playing Indies, Shot_Games, or even under the hashtag of Screenshot Saturday. And if you want to check out the screenshots that we liked for this week and get an interpretation of it for yourselves, you can head on over to our Twitter page, only known as the Agent 0012, where Maestro decided to make a screenshot folder entitled Memorial Day Screenshots. Now, originally he called it Barbecue Screenshots, and I got a feeling he should have kept it, but I'm pretty sure several people are allergic to barbecue out there. I don't know. you know what? We might change it back after the break. But before we do that, folks, we might as well head back into this music once again, and when we return, we'll be back with another bone-breaking edition of the Wild World of Stunts right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.